So, no problem. Hello once again to those who are new. My name is Sabine from TU Darmstadt, from the central office, and Ulrike Ploger is from the Department of Electrical Engineering. And we will shortly present you some general information on TU Darmstadt and then on more subject-specific things. And we are happy to answer your questions. And I'm supposed to look in this screen. Is that correct? Okay, so TU Darmstadt has about 25,000 students, so it's a medium-sized university in Darmstadt. We have a bit more than 300 professors. Of those, 20% are female. So as it's the case with most engineering universities, there's an overload of men, but we're working on it. And same goes for academic employees. And in non-academic areas, there is 2,000 employees, and more than half of them are female. We have two campi or several campus. One is in the city center, where both of us are located. So the central administration is in the town, as well as our many departments. But we also have an engineering, natural science, etc. campus on Lichtwiese. You will see a picture on next slide. We do have botanical gardens there, which are very beautiful. And we have the sports stadium because you can also study sport and physical education at TU Darmstadt. And you can take classes and courses there, even if you're not a student of that field. So it's quite attractive. And we also have the August Euler Airfield with a wind tunnel focusing on aerospace engineering and So 250 hectares of property, 312,000 square meters usable areas, and 164 buildings. So a lot to administer for the people of facility management. Here you can see the two pictures. City center. I don't know which screen I'm on, but I can show you just quickly. Do you see? No, you don't. Yes, you're there. Okay, you point somewhere. This is the main building where the. Okay, so this is the library. You can correct me because I don't see quite well. And there's also the Mensa, where the canteen, where you can have your lunches and everything. There's administration buildings. There is ETIT, which Ulrike will talk about. This building is not there anymore. So that's mainly the campus of city center, but there's also physics over here and mathematics, etc. And another campus, which is now connected by a tram that runs maybe 10 minutes from city center to Lichtwiese. It's a bit up on a hill. You can see it's civil engineering, I think. There's architecture, there's physics, there's mechanical engineering, there's chemistry, not physics. Physics is in the city. But well, anyhow, and you cannot see the stadium for doing sports and the big swimming pool, but it's also close to Lichtwiese. So going back to the departments, 50% of our departments are in engineering. We do have, as you can see, civil and environmental engineering, architecture, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, information technology, and computer science. And 35% are natural sciences, the classical ones, but also materials and earth science, which are probably interesting for you. And something special for a technical university in a way is that we do have humanities, and you can take classes, and they are supposed to help you with soft skills and with more overall knowledge. So it's law and economics mainly, but also history and social science and human sciences. We have 3 research foci. They are clustered around 3 fields, which have 3 colors on our screen here. The red one is information and intelligence. So these are fields like cognitive science, AI, cybersecurity, interconnected systems. Then we have matter and materials, with material design for circularity, nuclear science, connected to physics again, industry 4.0, and synthetic biology. And the third field, the yellow one, is E+E, as we call it, E and E. Carbon neutral circles, integrated energy systems, but also clean water cycles and thermofluids and interfacial phenomena. I'm not an expert on all these things, so maybe my colleague can help you later, or we can connect you if you have more specific questions. What is also, I think it's nice and it's a bit special. TU Darmstadt is located in Darmstadt, obviously, which is about half an hour south of Frankfurt. But there's also Frankfurt, obviously, and with a big university. And there's Mainz on the other side of the River Rhine, which has also a very traditional big university. And those three important universities have created an alliance, which is called RMU, Rhine-Main Universities, because as you can see, back to this one, sorry, this is the Rhine, River Rhine. I'm a bit struggling with the screen, so it's the River Rhine, and the River Main, which goes on to Würzburg, and I think that's the main city towards the east. They come together between Mainz and Wiesbaden. So this is a very populated area and a metropolitan area. And that's why they're called like this. And overall, the three of us have more than 100,000 students and 1,500 professors. And we cooperate in research, in teaching, in early careers, in administration, it's starting to cooperate, and in innovation. And the interesting thing, and Ulrike will tell you about it, that some faculty, some schools also offer interdisciplinary degrees. For example, you can study in Darmstadt and in Frankfurt doing biomedical engineering, but you will hear more about this later. And we do also have DFG Collaborative Research Centers. DFG is the Deutsche Forschungsgesellschaft, so it's a national funding for research. It's quite interesting. Internationalization, which is actually my subject, since I'm from the international office. We are striving to be as international as we can. We have more than 300 partners worldwide, and more than 600 of our students go abroad, within Europe or outside Europe. The main part goes to partners in Europe, more than 400. And we are having more than 4,500 international degree-seeking students at TU Darmstadt. And we are really looking forward to having you at TU Darmstadt, since we are striving to have more exchange students. Darmstadt is not very well known. It's a technical university, but there are technical universities in Berlin and in Munich. And Berlin is known for the history, Munich for the Oktoberfest, and they are very repetitive. So Darmstadt is sometimes the little brother of those in the eyes of the students abroad. At least that's my experience. And yeah, we just really would like to welcome you, because we think it's a very interesting place to go with good education, but also many things you can do in your leisure time, and a nice place in Germany, very open area. We have English taught master's programs in actually all of our three fields: engineering, natural science, and humanities. I just put them on the screen for you to read, because maybe you're not going for one of those masters. But why are they here? Because that means that connected to this master programs, there are classes in English, and that's the important thing for you to know. If you want to look into more detail which classes are in English, we can share a link with you, and you can do your research, or we help to find classes in English. But just to get an idea of the clusters of what we have in English, we have that on that file here. Yeah, so it's aerospace engineering. Well, you can read them. I will give you some time, and I don't know if we are sharing the files with the students at a later point, or those who are interested.
Well, yeah, of course, you can send it to me, and I will share it. Yeah.
Okay, and if not, you can talk to us.
Can I ask a question? Can the bachelor students take master courses or not? In that sense?
Yeah, in general, yes. More specific?
Yes, they are allowed to do so. Yes.
Okay, that is maybe an important thing for them.
Yeah. But what you can also do, and I know no limitations, you can correct me anytime, that if you're students of, say, biology, you can also take classes of, as I said, of sports, of physical education, or of electrical engineering. I mean, if it makes sense from your background, but you're not limited to the school. We don't have schools anyhow. You're not limited to the department that will be receiving you.
Exactly. Furthermore, you can do master or bachelor thesis at our institutes, and you can do them as your home university needs them. So in case you have 30 credits for master thesis, you can do 30 credits. In case you need less, you can do less. So we adapt the workload to what you need. So important thing.
An important question maybe for the students is, do those master thesis or degree bachelor thesis, do they have a public defense process there? I mean, in a tribune, in a jury, do they have to present it?
Yes,
in
at the end, yes. There's a seminar at the end, and the students have to do a presentation and to answer questions according to the work that they have done, and this also counts for the degree, for the grade of the thesis. It's a part of the grade.
That is an important thing because that is a requirement for us.
Yeah.
They have to have this public defense. It's very important.
Okay. Which support do we offer as a university and 2 files later also at the international office? There are English talk courses. We shortly mentioned those already. So yeah, we can share with you the link to our database where you can check in more detail, or you can consult with our departmental advisors. And I'm from the central office. Ulrike is one of them, but there are more from other departments as well. And also our language resource center, or language center as we call it, they offer intensive German classes at the beginning or German classes during your stay, so that you should not be too afraid of the German language. I know many are, but we will try to help you a lot. Yeah. So that's this. And let's have a little look on our semester and our timing of the semester, because it differs from Spain. Many years back, I did my Erasmus in Spain, and I remember it was already like this at that time. So we started just last week, I think, with our classes. Our professors started to give classes, so pretty late in the European timetable. And if you come to the Darmstadt for the winter term, you're anyhow invited to come in September, because we offer orientation weeks and trips and parties and German language courses, of course. So, but classes start mid of October until mid of February, 14th, 15th, usually around that's really the middle of the month. And then there are the exams. And if you decide to come to Germany or to Darmstadt in the summer semester, it starts usually after Easter, after Paschas, and before there's also an orientation week. It's not as big, so if you expect a big welcoming orientation, it's usually the bigger event is in September, beginning of October, but we have the same in March to welcome the students who start in April. And classes then go until July. No, they go until end of July next year, even mid of June. Yeah, some around the 20th or so, and then again there are exams. And as far as I know, exams are at the end of the classes, and you can repeat them during the long breaks, can't you?
So we have the system that first the lectures take place, and then afterwards the exams. And you can repeat them only one semester later. So you have the chance to repeat them only in case you stay for 1 year, not for 1 semester. But normally, so UPM students pass. These are good students.
Okay, this is again without bullet points, but supposed to be bullet points what we have. We have experience weeks when you come. We do have housing service for exchange students, even though Darmstadt is maybe not as known as Berlin as Munich. It has the same problems for housing, so we try to help you to find something on the housing market. We have bodies like International Student Support Guides, but we also have the ESN network, which you are maybe familiar with, European Student Network. And we work a lot with them, and we have fairs. So it's fun. They're nice, and they do a lot of activities. Yeah, they do offer campus tours, field trips, social events. They go to other cities. So it's really very lively. And I think this is, yes, fast. This is the last slide. I've learned last night from a colleague that UPM is in none of the European University Alliances. TU Darmstadt is, anyhow, it's called Unite. And we also coordinate Unite from from Darmstadt. And we're one of the first of those European University Alliance. Who of you has heard of the alliances so far? My colleague, yes, of course. Okay, so I think it was 2017 or 18. So 6 years back, Macron gave an important speech at the Sorbonne, stating that European universities have to grow closer together, form alliances in order to be stronger on the global market and also for the European values. And the European Union then launched some funding for those universities, and some countries giving money extra on top of the European funding. And TU Darmstadt pitched together with a group of universities, you can see here, for becoming one of those European alliances. And the name was chosen to be UNITE, which is the University Network for Innovation, Technology and Engineering. And on that map, I hope you can read it, you can see which universities are in. And the aim of this is to not necessarily become one university, but to create a lot of offers. So one could be you do a double degree. If you're an exchange student, that's maybe not the most important thing for you, but one thing is double degree. Then there are doctoral schools that are held together. There's a lot of exchange on the staff level, which is us. We work a lot together. And maybe something that could be interesting for exchange students are short-term programs. They're called BIP, but they're like hybrid. You do some parts virtual, then you go for 5 or 6 days to, usually we have a couple of running with Wrocław, which is in Poland, but also with Grenoble, and we're striving to create more. So that's just a short idea of this. It's a startup in a way of this try to interconnect European universities more. Yeah. And in Spain, it's I was also asked last night if there can join more from one country. As far as I know, not. In Spain, it's Universidad Politécnica de Catalunya. So just for your information. Okay. You can ask questions anytime. Also, if something comes back to your mind, just ask, and we're outside at the stand. And
so there is any question from the students here or connected online? Do you have some question? No? Let's stop sharing. Yeah, let's stop. Okay, so if there is no more question, okay. So thank you very much for attending this talk, and thank you.
And it's not over.
Sorry?
I'm sorry. It's
because
of
I'm sorry. It's true. Second part. Okay, just let me do something.
You still want to hear something else?
Yeah.
Okay, we can.
I think that is very good work. So, okay. Now.
It's okay now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will give you a short introduction to our electrical engineering department, which is just one department from our TU Darmstadt University. So, just some small words about our pasts. So, electrical engineering department is one of the oldest departments from our universities, and it was established in 1882 by Professor Erasmus Kittler. Perhaps you know them. You know him. He's I would say a relatively famous person. So, and he invented the first electrical engineering chair at TU Darmstadt. Since then, we had many first academic chairs, like the telecommunications, very historic in 1894, high voltage technology, control systems, electromechanical systems, power electronics, and then at the newer days, renewable energies like wind turbines or solar energies. And then since 2013, we connected a bit to our biology department with bio-inspired communication systems. And of course, everybody has to deal now with hardware for artificial intelligence. Yes, so coming from our tradition, we know that we have to do lots of innovation, like modern three-phase motors, radio-controlled clocks, electric microphones, and Darmstadt solar houses, and that's what we are famous for, and that's what we have lots of professors who invented those things. In our department, we have more than 34 professors, 250 research assistants, 100 academic staff members, more than 2,000 students, and we have 5 bachelor degree programs and 5 master degree programs. I will explain you later on. And here you see a picture of all of our professors, and of course, the name is not of that interest, but perhaps the field of their scientific research, and we really do offer a wide field from, for example, automatization, control methods, and intelligent systems you see at the very beginning, or like biophotonics. I already told you that we are connected with biology, microwave engineering, self-organizing systems, signal processing. So I think we touch all fields of electrical engineering that one could be interested in. Yes, and our ETIC department has, let's say, good ranking places in some rankings, like the category support at the start of studies.
What happened?
What happens? That's mine.
I'm connecting online.
Ah, okay.
Oh, we heard your computer. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So good rankings. That's what I wanted to point out. And you see that we have lots of international students. So at TU Darmstadt, since it's a technical university, so we have more men than women in general, but we are improving. So we have around 25% females now, and lots of international students, around 40%. So nearly every second student is coming from abroad. Yeah. And overall, we have 10% of the students of the whole university. So, and here, what I think this is the most important slide for you. So you see our, can I have the mouse? So you see our electrical engineering and information technology here at the left, ETIT shortcut. So this is the historical, the basic study program offered as bachelor and master program. And then what is of interest normally for the UPM students, so especially from the Telecomunicaciones, here we have the Information and Communication program, which is an English taught master program. And so lots of your classmates come to us and go into this program because it's English taught and it's relatively close to what the ETSIME offers. Then we have here the mechatronical engineering program, which is related more to the ETSIME. And then we have the biomedical engineering. This is a cooperation with the Frankfurt University, as Sabine already told you. So students are in Darmstadt for 4 days a week, and they move to Frankfurt for 1 day to the hospital and learn the medical part of their study. Then we have the information system technology, and then we have something related to business and law economics. We have here the energy science, which is of interest for you, yeah. Escuela, yes.
Is that in English?
It's partly in English, German and English as well. So the students need to have German and English language knowledge. Yeah. And then we have the computational engineering. Yeah, you can specialize in our AT program in general electrical engineering and then automation systems, for example, computer engineering, computational methods, electrical power engineering, communication technology, sensors, actuators, and electronics, and distributed autonomous systems. So you see everything what's of interest for you will find a field of specialization. Yeah, our interdisciplinary programs, I already talked about the biomedical engineering, and the mechatronics engineering is connected to our mechanical engineering. So we are working closely together and adapting the study programs to the needs of the students. So connection to mechanical engineering, and another connection to the informatics, to the computer science, is our information systems engineering. We have more than 50 European partners for a normal exchange for 1 or 2 semesters. Then we have more than 10 double degree agreements, also with the UPM, but not with your school here. And then we have more than 30 corporations out of Europe, so Asia, America, so nearly the whole world is included. Yeah, and the double degree agreement, I would like to point out, it works like that students study on 2 universities, so TU Darmstadt and UPM, for example. They perform their bachelor at their home universities and 2 semesters of the masters as well. And then they come to the other university and do another 3 semesters. Yeah, so means they are having 5 semesters for the master program, so it's a bit longer than you are used to. But for this, you get 2 degrees from 2 countries, and this may improve your employment possibilities later on. So it's an extra degree with just 1 semester more. Yeah? So that means that we connect our study plans very closely, and we do recognize 30 credits from your home university. You do 60 credits at our university with courses and the master thesis, and the other way around for our students. Yeah? And that works very well because we have very similar study plans. Main research areas, I already told you, so energy, network systems, medical engineering, and novel component and system component concepts. Yeah. We have several industrial corporations. You may know, for example, Bosch, it's a big company, Continentals as well, or Opel, Mercedes, and so on. These big automobile companies where we have corporations. And of course, you can find us in the internet, on the ETIT, or you come to our stand outside. You find us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And yeah, we are here for you and free for your questions.
Yeah, thank you very much. Wow, I think we can come together. Thank you both. And I know there is now some question for any of them about their presentation. Okay. Well,
There's one.
Yeah.
Double degree. So ETIT is in German, yes, but in the master we have English taught courses also. So if you come as an exchange student, you can take those English taught courses. And I think there's also a wide range where you can pick out, and not also from our department, but you can also pick out courses from the computer science department or from the mechanical department, and or from the so-called Studium Generale, which means general, so law and economics, or sports, languages. You can learn German or whatever, history, religion, whatever students want to do, and what you could include in your home study plan. So
Yeah, I think that one of maybe the most interesting things for the students from our school may be the possibility of doing the final degree project because that is something somehow difficult to find universities where the conditions are fulfilled, like this that I explained to you. So that is a good opportunity to include the TFG in the exchange program.
Yeah.
And other subjects maybe from interest.
Yeah. In this case, if somebody is interested in doing the final thesis, bachelor or master thesis, you can always contact me in advance and I will show you how to get a topic for the thesis. I can show you the professors with their field of interest, and then you contact them in advance and ask them if they have something, or we have also web pages where we list open theses and I can show you. And then you just come, perform the thesis and get it accepted in here in the PM.
What about the internships? Are the students able to do enterprise internships in the program, or there are these kind of internships in your university?
Not really in companies. We don't have internship in companies, but we have lots of seminars, project seminars. So our students choose a project seminar and they can choose a topic according to their interest and what the professor offers. That's a deal. And then they can get credits as many as they want to. So it's like a small master thesis, for example.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So thanks.
If you want to go to do the master's degree, do you need to have found a professor for the thesis beforehand, or can you find it there?
You mean the whole master program?
Yeah.
Yes. So
you need to do at the end of the master program the presentation and the thesis with a professor, right?
Exactly.
So do you need to have found that professor before going?
No, that's too early. You apply for an Erasmus place, for example, and then you get accepted. And at that point, then you go and search, because it needs some weeks, and then we have holidays in summer and so on. But makes sense to need some weeks in advance, and that you get started right at the point when you arrive in Darmstadt.
The AP masters must have a specialization in the second year or something like that. Like the second year, you take the masters of information communications. You have a specialization, or
I didn't get it.
Like if you have any tracks inside the master, I guess that is the question.
Yes.
If there are tracks for specializing.
I studied telecommunications, so I was interested in knowing if I can choose some other specialization, for example, biomedical or bioengineering, something like that, while doing the master's. Yeah.
Yes. There was a slide. I can't go back.
But you have to share again the screen, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, I just
Yes, I can answer it. There was a slide where all of our specializations were listed. So studying with automation and robotics, energy systems, and telecommunication engineering, for example. So we have, I think, 7 or 8 specializations in the electrical engineering program in the master.